What's up, guys? James DTV here. In this video we're going to be looking at my iPad 2 and how it holds up in 2021. So let's get into the video. So we got the iPad 2. It came out in 2011. 2011, the year Steve Jobs passed away. Rest in peace to Steve. He's a good person. He was the reason the iPad became a thing. He was the reason for the iPhone. I wonder what he would think, seeing an iPhone 7. It's like, wow, that's what the iPhone turned into. Or even this, the 13 Pro. I don't have a 13 Pro. I'm filming on my iPhone 8. This is the box to my friend's 13 Pro. He gave it to me to add to my collection. So, yeah. I don't know what he would think of the 13. Or the fact that there's no headphone jack and you have to buy an adapter or use AirPods. I wonder what Steve would think of AirPods. I mean, we did have the iPhone Bluetooth headset in 2007, which I only learned about when I tried looking up original AirPods, and I found this. I was like, what? This isn't AirPods, and it's an Apple device. But, iOS 9.3.5, The iPad, it came with a camera. The iPad 2 got a camera. Look at how poor quality that is and how zoomed in it is. Not even a good wide angle. Yeah, I used to film on this thing. I hated how it didn't have the wide angle. I was thinking about going to Dollar Tree and getting one of those little clip-on ones. But it would probably still look like crap, so I didn't. But yeah, this thing still... FaceTime works, iMessage works, Safari, Music, Mail I'm pretty sure still works, iBooks works. All the built-in apps I'm pretty sure still work. Some stuff like Flackbox just crashes. Google Play Movies and TV works if you use the older version. I don't know how long that's going to last, but YouTube no longer works. Snapchat no longer works. I used to use Snapchat on this thing before I got my iPhone 5 back, I was using Snapchat on an iPad. This thing also used the 30-pin connector, didn't have Siri, even though it came out, oh, I know why this didn't have Siri. Because it came out the year the 4S came out with Siri. I don't know if the iPad 3 has Siri, but I can't connect to the internet because the signal for this thing doesn't reach my room, because I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the fact that the plastic gasket around the screen disintegrated and just fell off completely. So that could be why I don't get signal. But yeah, this is so old. Back then, there was no dark mode for the clock app. Yeah. Honestly, this iPad, I would, if you still use one of these day to day, I recommend getting something like an iPad 9th generation. That's the brand new one. Just came out this year. Get one of those, or get like a used iPad Mini 5 if you want a smaller iPad. If you want an iPad Air, get a 3, but if you have the money, you could get the 4, which is like an iPad Pro 11-inch, but without the Pro features. And yeah, you could just get like a used iPad or get a brand new one. It's all up to you. I'd recommend upgrading from this at least. Don't get a 4th gen iPad because that's like only a year newer and it runs iOS 10. So no, don't get the iPad 4. Get like I recommend a 7 or newer, iPad 7th generation or newer. Yeah, now you can watch YouTube in Safari. But honestly, I have problems where the page had an error occurred and then it would reload, and it made me want to punch this thing. I only use this for the clock as my alarm. It's got decent speakers. Let's actually open the music app. Go to playlists. We'll open this one. They sound decent. They aren't as good as the ones on my iPhone 8, but they are decent. They do work with AirPods. You have to just pair them like normal Bluetooth headphones because, this iPad software version came out before AirPods. Yeah, AirPods Pro. My AirPods Pro were connected to this. It also has a headphone jack, that's actually very useful. Yeah, this thing was so much thinner than the original one. It was heavy. This thing's heavy. This is a 16 gigabyte. Yeah, this thing's decent. But yeah, it's not really something I'd recommend you still use it today. I mean, if you're like a jailbreaker who has like older Apple devices for jailbreaking and stuff, That will honestly be a good thing to use it for. Is just jailbreaking and experimenting with it. It's not like if you're using it as a main device. I don't recommend that. I don't even recommend using an iPhone 6 in 2021. I used one early 2021, late 2020. Oh shoot, today's the 5th. 2 days I gotta do a video on this phone. But yeah, you know, 2 days, and then it'll be a whole year that I've had this boy. This is my iPhone 6. I honestly kind of miss using it because it had the jack. But yeah, then the iPhone 7's usable. But this is about the iPad 2. So yeah, the iPad 2 honestly runs iOS 9 decently. You could downgrade this thing to iOS 8 by, you know, over-the-air updates. If you go and get, like, I think iFile, and then you change, like, the software number to 6.0 and then change the build number, you can actually get the iOS 8 update and it'll do the over-the-air thing, which is pretty cool. And then you can downgrade to 8.4.1. Honestly, I kind of want to do that for a video. So, anyway, yeah. I don't recommend the iPad 2 in 2021 because, you know, it's just not practical to use now, being over 10 years old. But you did have your Today View and your notification center. This was, you know, before it looked like the lock screen. Control center. You can control your music, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, airplane mode, do not disturb, screen rotation, brightness. You know, this thing somehow still gets decent battery life because, you know, it's an iPad. It has a larger battery. But I just don't recommend using this in 2021. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.